Yes, thank you.
Oh, praise God. We are going another another section, which is question and answering. So we'll be doing it here live. So if you have a question, you just ask, then our parents will help us. Ni sawa sawa. So the microphone will be passed, itapitishwa tu. So usiogope kuangaliwa na kamera. Ndio wako na kamera iko kwao peke yao sana. Sawa sawa. So karibuni sana, and to those who are following us online, you can post your questions. Esther.
Yes, in case also you're afraid to ask, maybe in public, we can just write it and hand over, and then I'll ask it for you. Okay? Ni sawa? Tuko pamoja? So if wengi wanasema they prefer writing, it's okay. But if you are boldly enough to ask, stand and ask a question, that will also save time. Sawa? Yes, I believe our parents are ready. Yeah, so ni sisi. So any questions? So far we've been taught about a relationship in the morning. In case you have a question. Yes. So if you have a question, you can just feel free to ask. Any question as a young person?
My question is, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. How about he who finds a husband? Yes.
He who finds a husband finds direction.
How about that drunkard husband?
A drunkard husband only becomes a drunkard husband if you get married to them. To avoid such kind of husband, you check before marriage. You don't just get married to a drunkard. You have to have established something that led you to direction of a drunkard. So do sometimes people end up drunk after you got married? Yes. But you guys have the best foundation to make sure you don't get married to a drunkard. And the reason why I said you find direction is because as women, we are called to submit. Sub means under. I'm going under a certain vision, a certain mission. I'm submissioning myself under a certain mission. And so the main thing that you check as a woman, when they are obtaining favor, you are checking what kind of mission is this man on? Can I come under that same mission? If then you're ready to handle a drunkard, marry a drunkard. Prophet taught about not marrying a man who goes to nightclubs and things like that. So if you meet a young man who is doing that, ask yourself, am I ready to come under someone who goes to nightclubs? Yes.
In addition to what you just said, I think one of the major things that you need to do before you marry a man, number one, introduce him to a man of God. That's number one. Your man of God helps you to know if he's the right man for you or not. All right? If you bring me here your boyfriend, I'll ask them questions. I'll want to know because I want you to have peace. I will want to know whether they can take care of you. I'll want to know whether they know you. So I'll ask them questions. If I ask them and I feel like they don't qualify, and I tell you again, take it. Don't feel like your man of God is jealous. All right? So that you don't make errors later on. Now, once you bring him to me, I'll ask him if he goes to church. All right? If he doesn't, then I'll ask him, will you be a member here? That's what I'll ask him. Because I wouldn't want him to live with you and you don't go to church. I'll also want him to be a church-going person. Now, if where he goes, they teach the true word of God, like what I teach here, he won't be a drunkard. What time will he have to take alcohol? No time, because of what I teach. So the problem is you marry a man and you go with him there. Then he become a drunkard. Outside the church, he'll become a drunkard. Inside the church, he won't be a drunkard. That's what I can say. Yeah. You're good?
Yeah. Then
All
I
right.
have I have two questions. My
Okay.
first question is, what is the right procedure? For example, Jephthah wants to marry me. Do I bring Jephthah? These are two scenarios. Jephthah wants to marry me. He has told me he wants to marry me. Do I bring him to you or to my parents first for them to approve? Then you will approve. The second part of the question is, Jephthah wants to marry me, but he's scared. Is it okay for him to come tell you first that I want to get married to Brenda?
Any man who loves you will not be scared to risk anything for you. If a man loves you, they can do anything. If it's a genuine love, they won't be afraid to go to your pastor. Most of them fear to come to your pastor because they know the pastors might identify their real personalities. Most of them. So any man that, if I love my wife, I won't be afraid to face her parents. I won't. If I love my wife, I won't be afraid to go to her anywhere. Yeah. There are men. If your man will never be proud to go with you in a church, not that he has girlfriends in church. Why is he afraid? Can you imagine you have a boyfriend and he doesn't want you to go to his church? And when you go, he will stand and say, "This is my sister." My sister in Christ. When you asked him to explain, he will tell you, "Yeah, your sister in Christ." He didn't even say, "This is my girlfriend, this is my fiancé," Yeah. So any man who loves you genuinely, they can do anything for you. Anything. In fact, they are the ones who will tell you, "Can we go and see your people?" They'll never be afraid. We are together. So you have to also know, when you are with a man, observe some things. Does this man love me? Your language love. Gifts, your language love, being told good things. Does he appreciate you? If he doesn't, probably there's no love. Maybe it's just something to pass time. Yeah. So you shouldn't allow that. I don't know if I've answered you.
Then I asked the other question was, what is the right procedure? Jephthah loves me.
You can answer that.
Am I supposed... No, you didn't. Am I supposed to bring him to you first or to my parents first?
No, not your parents first. You see, when sometimes, most of the times when it touches parents sometimes, though I'll prefer personally, it depends. I'll prefer personally my daughter to tell me day one, "Mom, Dad, I met a guy today. He said he loves me. I don't know. What do I do?" I'll prefer that. But unfortunately, many families now, parents have distanced themselves from children. But the truth is, many pastors first, many. But the truth is, because your physical parents are more close to you, you should share with them first. That's how it should be. But now, unfortunately, people come to pastors, us, before even they share with parents, because this is the reason why. This is the reason why. Your mother you will take your boyfriend to your mother, then he will be like, "Why did you bring me this man who has no money?" That's an example. Why did you want us to live in poverty? A lady came to see me here one-on-one with her mom. I won't mention her name. Her mom had found a man for her. Her mom had found a man for her. Now this is what happened. When they came here, God told me to tell her, a businessman is your husband. I didn't know that man that the mother had to marry is a businessman. But he was not the man. And the mother said, "Prophet, you are right." I told her, "My daughter, do you love the guy?" "No." "Okay." She wouldn't find it comfortable to open up to me. Yeah. So it depends. There is one that I told her. I told my mother, "Mama, to tell us time. I have found a man. Go there, give us time. He said he loves me." When I talked to her, I told her, "Your man is not in Kenya." She said, "Thank you, Jesus." Thank you. She told me, "I don't love that man. My mom is forcing me because that man gives my mom money." Yeah. You see, so these are different situations. But the truth is, can you imagine if her mom was understanding?
That as a Christian, as a child of God, I'm not supposed to associate, not to associate per se, but to get married to someone I've met in a club out there, right? But then, how is it that we are not supposed to get married to them, but they are the people that we get to meet out there, the people that we associate with them, because I believe you cannot change anyone. But then we are taught that Christ came for these people. Am I not supposed to bring this man to church? Then we preach the gospel, apart the gospel, then
you marry.
Then we marry.
Answer that.
Thank you. Bring him to church. We'll handle it. That's why you said Christ came for them, not you. Christ came for them. So you have to, let me give you an example. My mom once gave me a story of this guy who dated, well, not really dated, but was interested in her when they were in Form 4, and they had to split. You know how memaliza Form 4, so you have to go. At that time, they did Form 5 and 6. So he had to go away, and my mom had to go away. And right after, so since they separated that way, it was the plan that after we finish, we'll come get married. But by the time they were both finishing, my mom had found Christ. Okay? So the man comes and says, no worries, since there's a church nearby, let me run, go get born again, then come so that we can get married. And then my mom answered this, if you will get born again because of me, guess what? The day I do something that does not align to what you think I should do, you will throw me out. So you have to be keen. And because she denied that, 2-3 years later, the man died of HIV. The reason I'm giving that example is sometimes we think we are the saviors of men or women. So you rush to marry an unbeliever. Let me ask you, the Bible says that non-believers are compared to a dead spirit, even though they are alive. How many of us, and I want by show of hand, and if you are strongly right, I want you to stand up if you think you will do what I'm about to ask. How many of us right now will go to the Nairobi West morgue, go in, wakufungulia every box, and you find this tall, dark, and handsome man? He has all the wealth in the world. How many of you will pick him? For the men, you go to Nairobi West morgue, they open all the dead women, and you find this most beautiful with all makeup, because funeral is tomorrow. How many of you will pick them? How many of the men will get married to them? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? It's not a trick answer question. How many of you would do that? Nobody. Why? Because they are dead. Doesn't matter whether they have money. Doesn't matter whether they are beautiful. Doesn't matter if they are 6 foot, dark, with cute blue eyes. Doesn't matter. They are dead. That is what an unbeliever is. So when you're considering marriage, you don't check the qualifications of physicality. How is the state of their spirit? Is it dead or alive? Does that make sense? Yes, when you meet them, you're there to represent Christ. When you go to work, yes, you will meet a lot of non-believers. It is your responsibility to be a light to the world, but it's not your responsibility to marry darkness and change it into light. All right? Hope that answers your question.
Ma'am, on my side I have a question. We ladies, they say that we are receivers. So if I've been given something, I'll be multiplying, I'ma make it to be plenty. So if a man gives me back, if he loves me, I'll give back the love. I'll multiply it maybe more than the way so now the man loved me. So, and then now you find some people take advantage of that because now they have noticed that we love them. So how do you, and then you see what they were pursuing you, and then you were not there. But the moment you geared box, and then now you've reciprocated the back love to them, it increased what maybe now they gave to you. So why now, in such scenario, how do you advance that this kind of a lady?
Is it in a relationship or in a marriage?
In a relationship.
Relationship. I think Prophet catered for that, where he said you shouldn't make much investment in a relationship. One thing as ladies, how many ladies do I have in the house? I'm expecting screams. We are here. Yes, all my ladies present here. Men are hunters. Say, men are hunters. Once I'm a lion and I run to an antelope and I get it, I'm not gonna run anymore. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna eat. Okay? So we have the expectations that after we play hard to get, after I get in, he will still keep pursuing and doing all these things. After they are done hunting, they eat. Now, let me just give you a quick secret. I wish I could whisper it to the ladies, but since we are all here, we are gonna say it. Once he has gotten you, this is the trick to keep him coming at you. Okay? Okay? Everybody is attentive? Find his next mission. Okay? If your man gets you, sit down with him and ask him, where are you going? What is your plan? What do you want to accomplish next? And then help him through it. And guess what? He will always come back to you. How do we do this and that? Hey, I had an idea. Can we implement this on your next assignment? They are done hunting you. I'm not saying they shouldn't bring you gifts and things like that. No, I'm answering your question specifically. But we as women tend to forget that after he is done hunting, his mind moves on. Men think in boxes. Okay? After I'm done getting this box, I completely move to the next. So if you do not understand what he is going after, some of the men, like for example, you marry a businessman, he will tell you, my next goal is to make this deal. Get to know, what does the deal entice? Sometimes it's gonna require you going on your knees and praying for him because you're not in that business, right? Sometimes it's gonna require you to do something extra, buy him lunch to make him go an extra mile of working for him to accomplish that deal. And guess what? When he gets that deal, who do you think will be the first person he calls? Me. And how many of us will love that? Okay? So after he does that, make a point to always ask, where are we heading? And then when he does, ask yourself, what can I put in to make him accomplish his next project? Because whenever you always go with an expectation of receiving, see, relationship, not really relationship, marriage is about fulfilling each other's needs. Okay? I'm always looking to, what does prophet need that I can fulfill? And the moment I do that, guess what? Automatically he checks, what can he do for me? All right? Does that help? Yes.
I have another question. A rich man, okay, he's good looking, he has everything that maybe he is, but I'm not looking to that now. But he has no, I'm not looking to that. I'm not looking to material things. But both of us, we are not discussing about maybe love, both. But I can sense, maybe, I don't know if you can sense someone loves you, loves you, Ama. Maybe somehow also I'm feeling somehow the same to the person. But you see, there's a way a lady is supposed to carry himself towards this man, especially him being rich, for you to be avoided, looked ni kama uko after his money or something. Maybe he has asked you for something to go. For example, umepewa go and buy, he's going with you to pick something in where like he buys, for example, I'll use a suit. So he comes where I was to say hi, he comes to check on me, and then I always compliment on his suits and yes, what he wears. And then he asks you, I want to take you somehow to go also to pick. Now as a lady, because you see, me I've never wear, sijasema sijaiva suit nimevaa, but maybe your class yake ama that design I've never, but you can sense this person loves you. This person wants you. So as a lady, how are you supposed now to behave?
We should hear from how does the man expect the lady to act, right? Maybe that will help us better. When you have taken me to the class that you wear, or let's say a restaurant class that is where you are and I'm not yet there, how am I expected to behave if you're going to buy something for me and it's out of my class, right? Okay.
Out of your class, like it's below.
Yes, let's say I'm just used to dressing low-key and
Okay.
you're the high-class man.
Okay.
And you want to take me shopping to where you shop.
Okay.
How do you expect me to behave?
Number one, it's good for you as a woman to also learn your man, study your man. All right? There are men who don't like women who will pick everything. All right? There are men, the moment you show them that you are after their money, they'll leave you. So there are times, even if you don't have that, maybe you don't have flat shoes and you want some, don't pick 10. Don't make this man feel like you'll make him bankrupt the next day. Yeah. Study your man. I think that is the best way. Study your man. No. And also try and be human. Don't be a gold digger. Be a girlfriend. Yeah. Don't be a gold digger. Because I believe there are those women, you take them shopping, they want to pick everything. As if they were walking naked. Don't be a gold digger. Just be simple. I gave you a testimony. I went, prayed somewhere, ministered. They took me in a room which had almost 300 pairs of shoes. 300 pairs of shoes. And they told me, pick the number that you want. You know how many I picked? 1 pair. And I was broke that time. I only picked 1. Not official. I picked a shoe like this one. I told that woman, I'm done. The shoe had come from America. She was coming to sell them here. Almost 300. She told me, Prophet, God has said, pick. If you want to carry them all, we'll put them in the car. You go with them at your home. How many you have picked? You see? So it is good for you to study your man. If I take you out, even for dinner, don't I want pizza, I want sausage, I want chapati, I want chicken. Don't ask for everything. Sometimes let your man order. Let him feel like he is in charge. If he asks you what do you want to eat, already you have begun, bring the menu. You know, you have even those who will harass the waiters. What are you doing? Time, you know. Yet your man loves you being calm. Yeah, you just take it easy. You don't need to make your man feel like he's the one in charge. Because men feel good when they rule. My wife can make decisions, but the way in which she made decisions didn't sound like she was the one. She chose to decide something, but he's like, my husband, what do you think? But in the real sense, he's done deciding. Just to make me feel like I am the king. Because a man will always want to rule. That's how it is. That's the wisdom. So don't make a man feel intimidated, no. Just take it easy. If it's food, sometimes, even if you are good at that, tell him, please, make the order for us. Then if he insists, my wife is good in making orders. Yeah, she is good. When we go somewhere, she's good. So you know what I do? I accepted. I'm not good at that. So in many times, I'll just tell her, you order. I'll eat what you order. If she wants maybe me to order, then I'll do that. But she's really good at making orders. She knows what I want. She knows how, maybe if we are a team like this, she's good at that, knowing today we as a team, I think we can eat this. She knows. So I accept. Where I'm not strong, I accept. Where I'm weak, I accept. And same to her. Yeah, that's how it is. Good?
Thank you for helping me. I have someone is asking, I was in once heartbroken. I think I have healed, but when I remember him, he triggers my emotions. How do you overcome heartbreaks and forget about them? And why is it so hard to forgive?
You didn't heal then. If you still remember him, you didn't heal. That's the thing. You didn't heal. All right? The only sign that you are healed is when you see that man with another woman, or when that guy posts a man. When that guy posts a woman in Facebook, will you feel bad? That's the thing. That is the only sign that you are healed. If you still feel bad when you see him with another woman, you didn't heal. And if you didn't heal, it can't work. All right? So you must first of all heal. It's asked, how do you heal? Now, the first thing that you should do, you have to accept you made a mistake. For you to get so much in that man, you gave the bond power to bind you stronger. People who, I said, those that were here in the morning, those who are here in the morning, people who get heartbroken, all right, it's because they allowed their heart to love, not their brains. In relationships, don't love. Don't love in relationships. I said in the morning, don't buy your boyfriend a TV. Don't buy your girlfriend an expensive phone, 30,000. Don't buy them. Why? Because it's a relationship, it's not marriage. Don't pay rent for your boyfriend and vice versa. You can support, but don't pay. But even if you do, make sure that it's not creating strong bond that can affect you when anything happens. I said in the morning, in a relationship is allowed to be broken. If Esther, if your guy is wasting time, 3 years in a relationship, no sign of marriage, another man comes tomorrow and says, I want to marry you, go with that man. It's a relationship, it is not marriage. We together? Don't make mistakes. And also when you're in a relationship, please don't introduce marriage in a relationship. One thing that happens in a relationship, probably I said in the morning, those who are here in the morning, I think I didn't say it, but there's what we call sex before marriage. Any man that you sleep with is your husband. Any man that you ever slept with is your husband. So some of you might be having 20 husbands. No, I'm serious. Because sex is allowed in marriage, that's how it is. So any man that you ever slept with is your husband. Any man, whether if you sleep with a friend, your friend becomes your husband automatically. So the next relationship might not work because there's another husband existing. That's how it is. So before the other relationship works out, you must first of all do what? Divorce these other relationships, spiritually and physically. Someone came to me, and this person, I think he had more than 30 girls. A relationship had broken more than 30 women, more than 30. You know what I told him? Go and sit down, find them, find their numbers, inbox each 30 of them, apologize. 30. He refused. He's still suffering till today. He will never marry. By the way, he will never. Because many women are crying out there. You understand? That's how it is. I think I've answered that. So you are not healed. The truth is you are not healed. How do you get healed now that you are there? Number one, that man does not love you. Even if you don't heal or you heal, does not love you. You have to make a painful decision. He does not love me, then what do I do? Let me focus on my life. The truth is, if you die tomorrow, what will happen? He will have another woman and marry. Life is yours. So it's upon you to decide. If a man does not love you, it means he's not your man. Let him go. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
If a man does not love you, it means there's no love there. If a woman does not love you, it means it does not love you. There's someone that God will bring your way. Let him go. Because any man that loves you, they must do something that shows that they love you, and vice versa. So what do? Hey, I'm still healing. And the more you keep on saying I'm still healing, the more you waste time. That's it. So forget that man and move on. That's it. Just forget him and move on. And moving on now is doing what is keeping yourself. Making yourself to look better. You want to get married? Yes. If you are a woman, come on, apply some makeups. Come to church with some makeups. Dress decently. Men will approach you in church. That's how it happens. Huh? Yeah. Walk like a wife material. When you pass, let men turn their necks. Intimidate them. Because men are attracted to beauty. Sometimes beauty is how you just dress, how you look. You don't need millions, no. Yeah, you only need to plan yourself well. So that will help you to move on. Moving on is very easy. And if you're not moving on, it means you are so much into this person, so much. In a relationship, never tell a man in a relationship sometimes, I will never leave you. Never make some promises, because anything that you speak is spiritual. There's someone that one day came to see me. They even had blood covenant. Blood. Can you imagine a relationship, blood covenant? Yet even in my wedding, we didn't have blood covenant. We only had a ring and words. Blood. Don't do crazy things in a relationship. Come on. Yeah, don't do crazy things. Avoid some things that can damage your future. Remember, a relationship is like having a friend. That's all. Yeah. So don't do crazy things. Don't come up. Hey, I will never leave you. You are my die. How do they say it? I don't know. Ride and do something. How do they say? Ride or die or something. Don't use some terms, because when you speak like that, the devil can make you speak like that and make covenants that you'll never break. It will affect you. All right?
Yes.
I used to think when I tell my wife I love you, I love you, she'll tell me I love you too. I used to think like that. Only to read the Bible. It's a man to love a woman. A woman should honor me. So to me, her love to me is honor. That's all. To her, to you now, me loving you is what I need to do. To me, your love to me is honor. So if my wife does not respect me, there is no love. If I tell my wife, come here, and she said I'm not coming, she doesn't. To me, there's no love there. To a man. To a woman, there is love. For me to love her, I have to buy her gifts, take her somewhere, buy her new shoes. That is love to her. And I said in the morning, women, their love language are gifts, words. Men, our love language is honor. That's all. So women, they honor their husbands. Men, they love their wives. That's how it is. But remember, you don't love your boyfriend. If you take it to the level of love, what you will do, you will be having a marriage before you get married. I think I'm done.
Amen. I believe whoever asked that question amejibiwa. Also, who are online, if you have a question, you can post it, and then we will pass to the men of God, and then they will answer you. Amen. There's a question here someone is asking. Is it a must a man to be older than a woman in a relationship? Is it a must a man to be older than me?
Okay.
In a relationship?
What do you think?
I can try to answer.
Okay, you can try.
Before Eve, Adam was created. So, man is supposed to be older somehow kidogo. And then you see our maturity with men is kind of different. If I date a man who is 30 at my age, I'm not 30. If I'm dating a man who is 30 at my age, my maturity in my mind and these are different. But you can add some.
Is it right for a man?
No, she's 77, you're 73. That is the question.
It depends. It depends. It depends because again we have men who are old, but they are still
Babies.
baby boys. Yeah, it depends. That's what I'll say. We have men who pass the stage of sagging the trouser. 77, they are still sagging the trouser. Yeah, it depends because I'm assuming there are those ladies who are wounded by young men. They only need someone who will help them heal. I'm imagining. There are women who want men who are mature. And sometimes they'll want men who have been in tough moments, who have learned sometimes. But I'll advise, if you are a man, you try and marry a young woman. A younger woman, yes. It is better. Why? Because women, number one, women think very fast. Very fast. So there are chances if you marry a woman whom you are in the same age or above you, they may lead you every day. They may make you feel like you are not a leader because women think very fast. A woman can have a baby here, wash utensils, and they are talking to you. You agree with me?
Yes.
Yes. If I'm eating and they are eating at the same time, utensils, there's a spoon here, the baby talking to you. That's a woman. A man just eating. A man has like one brain. Women have several. So women, they grow fast. So it's good for you to consider that. Another reason, as she has said, age and time. Women, they grow fast. Very fast. And the problem is, it's good to grow together so that when you are old together. Can you imagine she's old, I'm young? I don't know if I should say this, but I went to pray for a family whereby the grandma was tired of sex. And the grandpa was now wanting sex. And the grandma told me, please pray for this man's libido to come down. He hits me every night. I even left his bedroom. Now I have my own, but he follows me every day. I even allowed him to go and find the young girls there, but he doesn't want to. You get me? The woman was old. The man was now still young. So it's good to grow together, to grow all together. So that you don't find young. Have you seen old men with young girls? Have you done so? It's because most of them, they married women who are older than them. Are we together? So if you are a woman, also ask age. Age. If the age of your man, if you are above your man, then don't marry them. Because of time and age. I think I've answered that.
Okay. There's a question online. Someone is asking, a man of God, what about respect? Kindly say something on that. And then she had and say, some men might be gifting you oftenly, but they don't respect you as a woman.
Gifting you?
Oftenly, they gift you, but they don't respect you as a woman.
Say something there. Say something there.
Wait, start the question again.
I repeat the question she is asking. A man of God, what about respect? Kindly say something on that. And then she had and say, some men might gift you oftenly, but they don't respect you as a woman.
So what does she want to know?
So maybe she's in a relationship with a man that gifts her, but the man does not respect her.
That means that the man has not studied her. Some people love and enjoy gifts. We all as women would appreciate you gifting us once in a while. But some women also love words of affirmations, right? I want my husband to be telling me that I look beautiful. So that lady might interpret respect as being told you're beautiful, and disrespect as we met at the church door. You didn't say anything about what I'm wearing, but someone else pops up and you're like, oh, so and so, your dress looks fantastic. That to her might be disrespect. As much as after church he goes and buys her a car. Does that make sense? Every person has a different perspective of respect. So probably she has a different expectation from her man. But she has to choose. Do I want to continue receiving this? That's a thing that you go and have a conversation about. Maybe the man has no idea. You know, sometimes we expect men, Prophet has just said, men have one brain. They think from one side of the brain. He will think that when he's giving you gifts, just because his father used to give the mother gifts. But it's a conversation you have to have. Don't assume he knows. Approach him and tell him, hey, to me, I would like that every Saturday we spend some time together. I don't want us just to be talking on phone and we meet once every 2 weeks. Does that make sense? So I would advise, have a conversation and I make him understand this is how I would like, or I understand respect. Because I don't think, unless there is no love, but if he does what he is doing and he's not doing just keep you there as a second option, then have a conversation with him and make him understand what you receive back as love.
In addition, if you find a man in a relationship, find a man who can allow you guys to converse. There are men, the moment you begin talking, he stops you. Stop talking, I don't want you to talk to me. Yeah. Such a man, don't get married to them. Marry a man whom you can sit down with and reason. You understand? Are we together? Are we together, ladies? There are men, you can't tell them anything. The moment you begin talking, stop. Don't marry that man. He will make you a slave. Marriage is a two-way traffic. All of you need to have a voice. But unfortunately, there are men who don't allow their women to speak. I didn't marry her not to speak. When you begin a relationship, be flexible to be corrected. Every person has come from a different background. My mother taught me how to wash utensils as a man. Her mother, maybe in her home, they had a house help. I should not harass her. Oh, you can't wash, you can't do this. Why? You can't cook like my mother. She's not my mother. You have to understand that. When you begin a relationship, be flexible. She might not be good at cooking. I might be good. As a man, teach her. She might be good at cooking. Teach me. And women that are here, if your ex used to prepare good omelette for you, you find another man in the morning he's sleeping with you, you want him to prepare omelette, please, I'm sorry. Hey, babe, omelette. He's not your ex. Don't bring your past in your present. All right? Never compare I should never compare my wife with my ex. No. Hey, my ex used to behave like this and you have begun. Calm down. Never bring your past. So those are some of the major problems that we are suffering from. I think she might be suffering from the same. And I'll take her back to what I said. Don't, sometimes even if you are a woman, sometimes refuse some gifts from your man. Relationship, sometimes refuse. Tell him, I think you are doing too much. Let's wait. Wait. I know it's difficult, but here is the problem. There are men, if they buy you gifts, they get entitled. They will want to control you. You have gone to see your mother. Hey, video call, I want to see. No, am I lying here? Take a picture with your sister, send me. Are you a slave? Are you here? Am I talking to people here? You are not a slave. Hey, I want to talk to your sister. Give your sister a phone. I want to say hi. She just want to prove whether you went home. Are you a slave? Such men, avoid them. Such women, avoid them. Please, in a relationship, don't end up strengthening the bonds in the level of marriage. No. Let the relationship be a relationship. Let it be a relationship. Such a man is controlling. When he buys you gifts, he will remind you one day when you wrong him. I bought you the phone. I bought you the shoes. I want them back. Has anyone experienced that before? Lift up your hand. Let me see if you ever experienced that. A man told you that? Oh, it happened to you? You see, I want them back. Can you imagine such a man? And do you know what? He's right. He was investing you to make you a slave, but now that you are no longer a slave, he wants what he gave you back. He's right. Will you give it back? Maybe you don't have. So be careful when you are in a relationship. Don't go beyond. That's why I said, the problem with people is they begin things by themselves. Then when things are bad is when they come to men of God. That's the problem. Come, make your man of God your first priority. Come to him. There are people who have come to me. The truth is, I approved. And right now they are happy. I approved. One even came here to see me. I told her, this is the right person. Another one, let me shock you. I won't mention the name. There's a couple that came. I don't want to mention their name. Now, here's the thing. The woman was positive, HIV. The man was negative. They were in a relationship. The woman was like almost 7 years positive. A man is negative. They have never shared. A woman has never revealed it. And this guy actually, he's like 3 years younger than the woman. And the guy was so much in love. He came to me. Prophet, I love this woman. I know when you say something, she'll accept me. I told him, are you sure? He said yes. I told him, what if she has a problem? He told me, Prophet, her problem will be my problem. Please. Talk to this woman. I told him, no, this is a serious issue. Please go home. He went, came back again in town. Are you sure? He said yes. And the woman loved the guy, but he was avoiding something, not to give him HIV. That's what the woman was avoiding. But the woman had never told the guy. And the woman felt like, this guy is so much in me. Now the woman began avoiding him completely. One day I called. I think the woman came to see me in the office one day for prayers. When she came to see me, this is what happened. She came to see me. She was coming to tell me, Prophet, I avoid that guy because I'm positive. That's what she was coming to tell me. Told her, that's all? She said yes. Then someone knocked the guy. I don't know who told him. Hey, Prophet, I was coming to see you. I didn't even tell her. Hey, I told the guy, sit down. Then the guy said, Prophet, I have something that I want to share. I told him what? Sat down. He said, Prophet, I think she's avoiding me because of something. I told him, say it. Then the lady said, no, let me talk first. The guy said, let me talk first. I told the guy, no, talk. You are a man, talk. I told the lady, keep quiet. You know what the guy said? The guy said, I knew you were positive 5 months ago, but I have never judged you. The woman began breaking down. He said, you mean you know? That's why I came to tell the prophet of God. The guy said, I know you are positive, but I still love you. I believe that living with you, you'll be healed. You'll be negative. That's what the guy said. I was like, I sat down. I didn't expect this guy to accept a woman who is positive. Remember, the guy is younger. I was like, are you sure? The guy said, Prophet, that's why I'm here. The lady cried and hugged the guy. Gave the guy a good hug. You know what happened? I told them, kneel down. I laid my hands. I told the woman, from today, negative. That's what I said. They went to 3 hospitals. Different weeks. Negative. HIV. 3. Right now they are married. They even came to thank me here. I'm telling you. So you have to be wise. All right? Don't just find any man. Find a man. Can my man tolerate my nonsense? Can your man bear with your foolishness, or he will slap you? Do you want? Another woman told me, Prophet, my man is too dull, Prophet. He can't even slap me. I want a man who will slap me. I told her, what are you saying? She said, Prophet, I want a man whom when I cheat on him, he will slap me. My man, when I cheat on him, he tells me, I have forgiven you. I have forgiven you. Find a man who will condone your challenges. a man who will help you. Are we together?
Thank you so much for that. Because of time, I'll ask, we have 2 questions that you'll allow me to read those 2 only because of time. And then I believe we have tomorrow. And then question tutauliza kesho kwa wengine. So there's a question here. There are these men that always see themselves perfect and judge you. When you make a mistake, how do you handle such?
They see themselves as perfect.
Perfect.
And they judge you.
They judge you.
It depends. Most of them is because they want you and they can't win. They can't get you. Most of them, they want you. They are perfect, but they judge you. Most of them, they want you. Women, one of the signs that a man wants you is when they begin becoming your enemies by force. Any man who wants to become your enemy, they love you, but they don't want to say it. If you've realized that a man hates you with no reason, he's finding a reason to find you. A man can, number one, hate a woman because a woman has refused to sleep with him. That's how it begins now. So he will judge you. I have had the case whereby a man of God wanted to sleep with a woman. The woman reached out to me. And the woman refused. Because she told the man of God, you are a man of God, number one. Number two, we need to get married first. The man of God told him, are you a child? These things are there. Are we together?
Yes.
So you have to be careful as a woman. But women should know when a man wants you. Some of them will portray bitterness from nowhere. It's an interest. And their interest is none other than lust. Just sleeping with you and leave you. Next question.
Okay, the last question. Someone is asking, a man gets annoyed and always complaining a lot when I'm in church and still not born again and very secretive on many areas of his life. What can I do?
2 will come together and they shall become one. No secrets will be there. You need to be open. If he is secretive, then he's hiding other side chicks. Let him go. Don't condone his behaviors. Run. Because one day, everything will blast. Make sure that if you love someone, make it public. Let people know. And if you are a woman and you love your man and another man comes and you feel something for him, try and control yourself. Tell him, I am sorry, I wish it can happen, but it can't happen. I'm already taken. Just tell them. But again, if you are a man again, don't keep a woman waiting. If you find a woman who is a wife material, whom you are pleased with, pick her, run with her, go with her. It won't affect anything. Together? Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Something in addition, then I'll be done, which is very important. If you ever dream sex in the dream, you are done. If you ever have sexual dreams, you are gone. Number one, marriage. Sexual dreams means you are married. So if you will ever have sex in the dreams, it means spiritually you have someone. Sexual dreams, number one, they are women. Anytime they dream those dreams, they have issues with their boyfriends. That's number one. Number two, sexual dreams, you'll never get a good job. Number three, if you are in marriage and you have sexual dreams, number three, you will never give birth. You will experience abortions. Number four, sexual dreams causes it's called not amoeba. Is it amoeba that destroys the ovaries? How do you call it? Fibroids, yes. It causes fibroids. Sexual dreams causes fibroids. So people that have fibroids, most of them, they dream sex in the dreams. I'm preparing you as young as you are. Never Never be happy. When you have that dream, wake up and curse it. Curse it with your blood. Are you getting me? Curse it. I don't want you to repeat some things that some of us made errors in the past, or any other people made errors. I'm telling you to know, any sexual dream can make you not to get a job. Direct. If you are going for an interview and you dream like that, forget it. It is gone. Sexual dream means covenants. I'll find time, maybe, probably when you have good time, I'll teach you. But the enemy must find a reason to fight you. The moment you sleep with anyone in the dream, it means you are married to them. Because marriage is not the ring. Marriage is not the ring. Marriage is sex, covenant. We together? So you have to be very careful as a young man. The moment you have such a dream, please wake up. Cast that dream. Fight it. How many have dreamed like that before? No, be genuine. Don't be afraid. We are helping one another. Yeah. Don't be afraid. It has happened. Please stop pretending as if something new. It has happened. Please, anytime you'll have that dream, cast it out. Cast it out. There is someone that I prayed for one day. I told you. The spiritual husband became so visible that when she covers herself in the blanket, when she's stressed, this man appears. He begins caressing her and tells her, calm down. I had to fight on her behalf. That man left. That man could come and bring her water in the kitchen. I'm bringing you water when she's alone. He comes, serves her water. I prayed and told God, open her eyes. You know what happened? You know what happened? She was sleeping with a cat. That man was a cat. But he comes in form of a very handsome man, a cat. A very huge cat. And that cat gets pregnant. So in the spirit, she had given birth to 78 demons. 78 demons. Hate those dreams. Don't love them. If you ever dreamt like that, chances of you losing your job are high. You lose your job. Because those dreams are covenant. Am I passing a message? Am I helping somebody? Those sex in the dreams, please. I deal with those things every day I come. When I come here every Thursday, I deal with those things. I deal with them. Actually, 98% of those people that come, they have those problems. Deal with them at your age. Fight them. Fight them. Because that dream, if you are single, you will never get a husband again. Why? Because there is no way your spiritual husband will allow you to marry a physical husband. No way. They feel jealous. You see the way I feel jealous with my wife? That's the same way they feel jealous. I gave you a story about a man. I went to preach in a church. He was living with a pastor. And you know what? This young man, this woman comes and gives this guy a panty. Spiritual woman removes her physical panty. Gives this man and tells this man, if you don't wash it, I'll slap you. If he doesn't wash the truth, he will be slapped at night. So this man on Saturday night, Saturday 3 a.m., he's washing the panties. In church, I was preaching, I was sleeping. I asked him why I was sleeping. He said, Prophet, I was washing the panties of that woman. Thank God I could see the woman. I asked him, why didn't she come? He said, she's afraid of you. Please, he told me, please kill her for me. Kill her. She has made me to suffer. People are quiet. I know the message is home. Are you getting me? I really want to help you. Please, if you will ever have sex in the dreams, wake up. Curse that. Because the chances of you losing your job are high. That's number one. Number two, your boss will hate you. They will hate you. Why? Because you have a covenant. I think I need a class for dreams. Some of you, let me shock you. Some of you, let me assume you are neighbors. If you pray at night and you say, Father, take control my house. Take over my house. You are praying in your house. And that night Anne didn't pray. And that night you are supposed to have sexual dreams. Now when that sexual dream comes, it has to fulfill what it was sent to do. When it finds your house protected, it must go somewhere. So if it finds her house, her room is okay, she can open, the doors are open for it to enter. You know what will happen? That demon will go to her house. So it's possible for someone to dream your dream. So that can be an introduction to her dreaming about sex. It is possible for someone to pick your healing. I can say, Father, heal him. Then a blind man there, healed. Because his faith was more bigger than his. The same applies to spiritual demons. It's possible for Brian to be rich, not because it was his. It's just because he was first. The first one to dive in the water is healed. You get me? It is possible for you to buy a car because God has given you, but the car was not your blessing, it was your neighbor's. And you are like, God gave me my car. No, it was your neighbor's. So it's possible for you to have his dream. If you visit your boyfriend and you dreamt a dream that you have never dreamed, it means the dream is his, not yours. Have you ever gone to your village and you had bad dreams? Did you? It was not your dream, it was maybe your father's dreams. Someone came to my house one day, you know what happened? He dreamt about it. He saw angels. I heard him saying, why? At night, why? I asked him, what? He said, prophet. Prophet. This guy prays. He's a man of God. He came to visit me. I shared with my wife. Other day I was having one bedroom. He came, why? In my bedroom. I asked him, what? He said, prophet. Prophet, I told him, calm down. What is wrong? I said, prophet, I had never seen an angel in my life. But I saw angels, prophet. What happened? I was praying and they came. He was happy. The next day, prophet, please allow me to extend. I asked him why. I said, prophet, this place is full of fire. I allowed him. Again, that night again, now, he didn't make noise again. He was now like, God, thank you. I was hearing him. Thank you, Lord, for these angels. When he went back to his home, no angel. Whose angels were they? Mine. Mine. The disciples encountered Moses and who? Elijah. Who meant them to come? Jesus. It is possible for you to have my dream. You can dream you are having the wedding, yet it's hers. It's not even yours. Then you'll say, hey, confirmation. It is not. No, I'm serious. You have to analyze, is this mine? That's why when you are dreaming someone wants to kill you, please, it is possible for someone to put on your mother's head. And they come with a knife and you wake up, mama, you are a witch. It's not your mother, it's your aunt. You didn't observe the body. Yes, I'm prophesying to you. It's not your mother. It is your aunt. I know I'm prophesying to her already.
Yes, sir. You are too much.
They just took the image of your mother. Observe the body. Observe the body. See, the body will not lie. Maybe your mother is bigger, your aunt is a bit slimmer. Just see the body and be like, no. The head is my mom's, but the body is my aunt's. My mother cannot kill me. This is my aunt. I think that is enough. Because of time.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Well, thank you so much, man of God, and your lovely wife for taking session to answer our questions. But before you go, I just want you to say something on us, your advice as young people, especially those who are in a relationship, those who are yet to enter in a relationship. I know you cannot miss a word to advise us. And then from there we will wind up.
Let's go.
Thank you. I think one of my biggest one is take God along your relationship. Okay? Take God along. Sometimes we fast, we pray for God to show us where our spouses are. Then the moment we get them, we drop or compromise on God. Okay? So take God along in your relationship. From day one, when the characters are building up, make sure that both of you are still establishing the God of the foundation you started your relationship on. Don't start with God and then curse God in the middle of it and then expect to get married and prosper in God. And mocking God can come in different pictures. Prophet taught us about mammon in the morning. Mammon has its own principles, and God has his own principles. So if you want to gain money, there are principles set for you. But also remember, mammon has its own principles set for you as well. The devil and God are after your life, after your relationship. So don't think because we started and met in church, we will end by the altar in church. Make sure you take God every week, even when we were starting off, every Friday we will have meetings. Let's sit and talk. What have you been doing good? What can I correct? Let's communicate. Prophet talked about communication. Take God along. Don't leave him outside. Prophet talked about even going to their houses. Communicate. You see the way you are so spiritual when you want to know who to marry? Keep that spirituality. Yeah? When he says, I'm inviting you over, consult God. Don't leave God outside. Hey, I want to take you out. Consult God. What should I wear? As ladies, sometimes we get in and you start thinking, oh no, we were told men like miniskirts. You change out of the God you are in of decency and become indecent. Keep the same God you started off with. Same to the men. If you started off with a God of respecting this woman, don't get along the way and begin to disrespect her because now you have gained more money or more muscles. Keep God along your relationships. And you know what? When your foundation is strong, you can build up as many stories as you want. Make sure you take God along. All right? God bless you.
Wow, my advice, number one to women, don't marry money, marry a husband. Don't go for money. All right? Don't marry a man because of sometimes they look. Because it's good to find something good. Something that you will be proud of. But again, as she has said, God first. Put God first. All right? Many women, they will say, financially stable. The best husband is the husband that you have added value on, not the husband that his mother put value. Don't depend on the value of your man, the value that the mother gave him. Be proud of the value that you have given him. Are we together? When she finds me, I want to see her adding value to my ministry. Number one, my ministry. All right? Can you imagine my wife staying at home every Sunday? Then women are here, they attend the service, they say amen. Whom do you think should be my wife? Those that are here. But you see, me seeing her here, it gives me joy to see her. So find someone who will also support your dreams. If my wife, let me say this, if my wife tells me she wants any clothes, you know what I do? I buy it. No, it's true. No, I'm serious. If there's something that I never do, I don't compromise with. If she wants to dress anything, a shoe, a cloth, I'll buy it. You want this? I'll go for it and I'll bring it to her. Or I'll give her money and tell her, find this. But I feel more good when she has also given me peace. When I come here to preach, when I'm in the house, what does she give me? This man that you are seeing sleeps late. Some of you cannot be I cannot be your husband. I sleep late. Yeah, the earliest time that I sleep is what time? 2 is the earliest. 2 every day, even today, 2. When I'm going, she's sleeping probably. She will wake up early. You see, find a man whom, number one, you will understand each other. Not a woman when I'm staying at 12 midnight. Let's go and sleep, my husband. Hey, my husband, I want sex. It is not easy. Find someone who will understand you. It's very important. When my wife looks at me, she always knows, this one, I can't talk now. Because me, you know what happens sometimes when I'm sitting down? Maybe you can tell them. Maybe you can say what happens.
Well, it's my husband,
Yeah.
so study your own. Anyway, his his eyes changes, so you can tell when he's in a prophetic mode or a study mode or time for jokes and play.
That's
yes,
it.
His
And
eyes.
I just change. But many people don't know. Prophets have mood swings. No, it's real. The mean that you see here is because I'm serving here. Outside, I'm a very different person. I can choose not to talk in that house. Just stay like this. No, I'm serious. She will come and just say hi and go. I can wake up one morning and say, today I'm cooking for you. Very good. Cook. One morning, another morning, I want eggs. It changes. But she has mastered me. Now it's so easy for her to live with me. So easy. So master, if you find any man, let them explain yourself to them. I explain myself to her. And what I didn't fail to do, teaching how I want her to behave. A man should never tell you, hey, my mom did not used to cook like this. He should teach you how to cook like his mom, so that when you cook like his mom, he won't miss his mom. And vice versa. That's how it happens. So make sure that your man or your woman knows you better. Let them know you better in and out. Let them know that you love oversleeping. It's good for them to know. For instance, myself, I sleep from around 4 to 7. That's when I sleep well. 4 to 7. So my wife does not wake me up when I'm sleeping 4 to 5. That's when now I'm sleeping now. Sleeping well. Are you together? But I'm good. When it comes to waking up, I'm good. My wife calls me a soldier. I don't wake up and think. You see me, if I need to wake up, I wake up like this. And I leave the bed. My wife has to adjust. Time. Me, myself. Time to wake up. That's me. How many adjust themselves before they wake up? Like 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Me? Oh. She can tell you she's here. I thank God she's here. I don't adjust. That if doing what? What time do you need to wake up? At 5. I'll wake up. And I'll wake up like this. And do what I need to do. That's me. She has understood me. Okay? So yourself, make sure that your partner understands you. Find a partner who will bear with you. If you misbehave, will he bear with you? Will he be patient enough? That's what you do. And the best one is in the church. The one that I can address. All right? Now, never find a man whom you have no one to talk to him on your behalf. That's the last one. If you ever find a man, have someone whom when that person talks, your man will sit down. Are we together? There are people she knows when she tells them, talk to prophet. I will not talk. I'll keep quiet. I'm making noise. Hey. When those people come, I'll just keep quiet and listen. Have someone whom when they talk, your man will listen. When they talk, your wife will do what? Will listen, yes. Have someone, either your pastor or one man who is more close to them. Have someone who can advise them, because some men, they don't want to listen. But again, you determine whether your man will listen or not. I don't want to go past that. God bless you.